Right now, a News 5 alert to bring up to date on a number of fires burning right now across southeastern Colorado. One in a dump area in Midway, but the other major fire burning on the east side now of I-25 at mile marker 117.
The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says a mandatory evacuation order is in place. Take a look. The Sheriff's Office has this mandatory and pre-evacuation notices in place. Covers this entire area. The boundaries are Hanover Road to the north, South Meridian to the west, South Peyton Highway to the east, and Overton Road is the south border.
And we also just were informed that pre-evac orders are in place now north of Hanover Road to Squirrel Creek, east of Hammer Road to Deering Road. So again, essentially, everyone in that area you see right there on that map, essentially you are either being evacuated right now or you need to be standing by to move in a moment's notice as this fire continues to push to the east and north. Red Cross also telling News 5 it's opening an evacuation center right now at the Fountain Valley Baptist Church. Evacuees can head there for temporary shelters, snacks, water, whatever you need. News 5 crews, we are on scene across southern Colorado right now gathering new information. Let's go live first to Eric Ross.
Rob, good afternoon. The wind speeds out here, as I hold up the wind meter, range anywhere between 30 and 40 miles per hour. Then it dies down. So right now we're only at about 17 to 20 miles per hour. But the winds are certainly not helping fire crews fight this fire. I'm going to step out of the shot. We are right on I-25 at the Pueblo County, El Paso County line, and you can see a black plume of smoke off into the distance. We do see a house to the right of the smoke plume. It looks like there is something that is burning at this point in time. We don't know if it is a house, if it's an outbuilding, if it's a perhaps just a barn. We're not really sure at this point in time. Again, the wind speed's now about 30 to 40 miles per hour. The silver lining out of this situation is that there are multiple crews on site already battling this fire. However, one of the biggest obstacles is water, because we're in a pretty rural part between El Paso and Pueblo County. We have seen the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, Pueblo West Fire District, Pueblo West Emergency Services, even BNSF, the Railroad Authority, is on scene, since this fire is burning only about half a mile east of the railroad track, which runs north and south along I-25. As far as traffic is concerned, I-25 in both directions does remain open. However, when these wind speeds pick up, you definitely want to use caution when traveling along I-25 as visibility is decreasing. As I step back into frame, fire crews are well off into the distance. We are in a safe zone on the side of I-25 in the median, so we are not actually on the shoulder. We're about 10 to 15 feet away from the shoulder, which is good from where we are. We're still about a mile away from this fire. I'm going to hold up the wind meter again, and let's see if we get a pretty accurate reading. 23 to 25 miles per hour. It picks up at times and then it dies right back down. So we're going to continue monitoring conditions out here, and we'll bring you an update just as soon as we have new information. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Garrick, thanks. And just in, and there's another fire burning east of Pueblo. This is between Baxter Road, Cottonwood Road, just south of Highway 50. We have a crew on the way there. 23 homes under mandatory evacuation right now. 23 homes under mandatory evacuation. Baxter Road closed between Highway 50 and 96 and the Highway 50 business route, 36th lane, the detour there to get to and from the Mesa.
And News 5's Katie Blaze did just arrive on scene. Let's check in with her live with the latest.
Well, just crazy conditions out here today in Pueblo, and of course that's contributing to some of these fires that have popped up all over the county today. I'm here near the Pueblo airport right now. The smoke has died down a little bit. Just a few minutes ago it was just a huge cover across the sky, making things actually a little bit dark on the road for some people. Now we don't have a lot of information at this point, but we do know that several homes have been evacuated, at least 20 people out of their homes right now. And actually some of the evacuees are over here right now in their cars. We did speak with one woman just a few minutes ago who says she's just absolutely numb right now, doesn't know what to think, is not exactly sure what the state of her home is right now, and is just hoping that she'll have more information soon. As I said, we don't have a lot of information at this point. We haven't been able to speak with the fire department or police yet, but as soon as we have more information, we will bring that to you. We don't know exactly where the fire started or how it started, but once again, as soon as we have more information, we will bring that to you. Always watching out for you, Pueblo. Katie Blaze, News 5.
Katie, thanks. Our heart's going out to these homeowners in these
Absolutely.
uncertain times. Let's get the latest on the forecast with lead forecaster Mike Daniels now.
Well, guys, as we know, the wind is just a key player in driving these fires. And man, take a look at this unbelievable wind right now out of the southwest. We've got gusts in the Springs and Pueblo at 58 miles per hour. Just about impossible to try and even contain a fire when the wind is blowing that strong. And that wind is going to stay with us for the rest of the afternoon through the evening hours, then die down late tonight. Look at El Paso County. Falcon, some very strong wind out of the southwest at 50. There's Fountain, a gust at 53. Keep in mind Hanover just to the south of Fountain, so I'm sure they're dealing with winds from 50 to occasionally 55 miles per hour on that Hanover fire. Red flag warning will stay active until 8 o'clock tonight for all of the News 5 viewing area. We've also got a high wind warning active until 8 o'clock tonight. Gusts will be common up around 55 to 60 and even 60 miles per hour, up to 65 miles per hour at times, so you need to batten down the hatches and just stay vigilant. Understand what's going on out there. A dust storm warning. I've worked in this market my entire career. I can't remember the last time we had a dust storm warning, but this is just a product of the drought we're in, kicking up all that dry dirt. That'll be active until 5 o'clock this afternoon, blowing dust and even some wind damage, especially west of I-25, places like the Wet Mountain Valley into portions of Fremont County. Wanted to show you how dry it is out there right now. This is unreal. 8% humidity right now in the Springs, Pueblo, Canyon City, and take a look at that. 3% humidity right now at La Junta and Lamar. The air is incredibly dry because we've got that stiff westerly downslope wind, just dries out the atmosphere. So obviously on a day like this, you always want to avoid spark and flames, certainly no outdoor burning. Certainly don't want to toss out a cigarette, but I drove right by that Hanover fire. It started right at the edge of I-25, so chances are pretty strong it was probably started by a cigarette, and if you do happen to see additional smoke, please call 911 as quick as you can. Forecast wind speeds. This is 4:30 this afternoon. Still some very strong wind up and down the I-25 corridor all the way out to the Kansas border. Going to see that wind stay with us throughout the night. This is 7:30 tonight. Still some real strong wind. A cold front is going to shift through here about 6, 7 o'clock tonight. That'll push the wind from due west to the northwest, ushering in cooler air. But even at that, it's still going to be strong and gusty at 7:30 tonight. We'll go at 11 o'clock tonight, starting to lighten up just a little bit, but right now latest model runs show that wind really starting to die off after 1 or 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. So again, tough situation around here for the rest of the day, guys.
Mike, thanks. And yeah, it seems like we've got the triple header here, the red flag warning conditions, we got the high wind warning, we got the air quality issues. There's a live look right now from where Eric Ross was reporting live earlier. As you can see, that thick dark smoke right now. This is that Hanover fire that's burning just east of I-25, and those evacuation and pre-evacuation orders are in about a 2 to 3 mile radius right there. I do want to clear something up. We got information back that the Hanover Junior Senior High School is closed. That's the only institution that is closed right now in the Hanover School District. The rest of the district is still open, although we are coming up on that time of day when folks will be picking up their kids or they'll be leaving school. But anyway, officially, just the Junior Senior High School is closed right now as multiple fire units now descend on that area as that fire continues to burn with those winds. Just unbelievable. Right. 68 miles an hour blowing to the east and to the north. And
if you are picking up your kids from school or leaving work, a reminder from El Paso County not to go home. If you live in the evacuation zone, you need to just go to Fountain Valley Baptist Church and sit there, wait for more information. They do not want you to go into this dangerous area right now. And if you have respiratory issues, probably anywhere in this viewing area, we've seen all the dust and dirt outside and now all this smoke as well. It's best to stay inside, keep those windows shut. And we do have another look now. This is a live look at that Pueblo fire that has forced 23 homes to be under mandatory evacuations. Again, that's on Barnett Road south of Highway 50.
Yeah, and we should say that that Barnett Road basically is closed right now, and essentially Baxter Road is closed also between Highway 50 and Highway 96. So you need to take detours around to get up on the mesas. Again, they're descending on this area with multiple agencies too. Again, the winds gusting 40, 50 miles an hour, but this is all blowing to the east and to the northeast. So again, a very dangerous situation. We've also gotten reports that a huge fire is now burning in extreme southeastern Colorado down near Baca County, near the Kansas border. And then we've also got reports that there's also a fire burning over in the Alamosa area. There is also another fire that's been burning over in Teller County. They're trying to get a control on that. The Fossil Road fire, that's burned about 2 to 3 acres. And we were told the one in Teller County was actually started by a downed power line blown over by those strong winds gusting this afternoon, so causing all kinds of concerns. And boy, that live look right there pretty much exemplifies the air quality we're talking about.
Right, this is all that haze. This is a look from Pueblo, just disgusting out there right now. It is just terrible conditions outside. Please, again, we can't stress enough, do not throw cigarettes out. Do not play with anything that could spark a fire at all in these conditions. Make sure you tell all your friends that as well. And this is another look of the Hanover fire.
And we just received word that a structure of some kind is burning right now in this area, in the Hanover evacuation area. Again, some kind of structure is on fire right now. You can see that black smoke as we've described over the past several weeks about how this works. Generally, those dry grasses and fuels will be that lighter tan-colored smoke, but when it ignites propane tanks or residences or catches tires or something that has an oil mixture in it or something else, you get that darker smoke. Again, we don't know if this is a home that's burned, but we have been told that a structure is burning right now, again, in that mandatory evacuation / pre-evacuation area that's expanding to about 3 to 4 miles now to the east of I-25. It's basically across the interstate from that Midway area that has had its problems already this year. But again, as we heard from Eric, someone had, or Mike I should say, said that, and we learned also early on that fire sparked right to the east of those railroad tracks that run north and south. We have seen that situation in the past where sparks from passing trains have started multiple fires in that area, also heading east along the Highway 50 corridor in Pueblo County. Don't know for sure how it started, but we do have a general idea of the origin of it, and this time it was east of I-25. No issues with Fort Carson this time around. Some folks were asking on Facebook, asking, hey, is this another situation? No issues with training on Fort Carson today.
Just a reminder, if you're in the mandatory evacuation zone, leave now. If you're in pre-evac, it might be a good idea to go because that zone kept expanding by the seconds earlier today, and it's still going to be changing. Stay with News 5 for all of these developing stories and the News 5 app, and we will be updating our Twitter and Facebook pages. Right now, we'll return you to your regular